Morning guys, Cheyanne back with another process video for my Colorado Wednesday series where I am giving you a look at my entire process for our Colorado vacation album from start to finish. Today's layout, I've printed this photo at 8.5 by 11 and it's Phil in India next to this giant statue. I've pulled out this rainbow piece from it's part of the packaging for these stickers. I'm going to cut it in half and use this as the rest of my pattern paper for this layout. So I'm just going to adhere this and then tuck it behind the photo and just leaving a very thin, probably half-inch border around both pieces. And then my plan is to embellish down the seam right there where the two pieces meet, where the striped paper and the photo meet, and embellish in colors coordinating to the stripes. So it'll be like red embellishments on the red, pink on pink, etc. So I've pulled out, I start pulling out little bits and pieces, some tags and stuff, some little die cuts, and I'm trying to just pull out a couple things for each color, if that makes sense. Like 3 to 4 little pieces for each color family, just trying to make sure I have a good variety and not all yellow and all pink. So what I end up doing is I pull out that big piece of wax paper and then I start just adhering stickers to it, and I'm trying again the whole time to be aware of what colors I have and what I need to fill in. So I'm going to fast forward because I'm just picking stickers right now. I'll fast forward and then show you from there. Okay, so now I have all these stickers adhered onto this wax paper. I'm just cutting it into little pieces so I can start playing with it and trying to figure out what fits and what I need more or less of. A lot of what I pulled was labels because I want to layer up so that entire seam is hidden. So I need some stuff that is not really going to be seen. It's just going to be layered up behind. So a lot of labels, tickets, stuff like that. And then I do have some words, some cameras, stuff like that, some banners that will be seen on the top layer. So I'm just going to go through and cut all of these up. And you can see I pulled a lot of stickers. I think there's a couple that I don't end up using, but not very many. And then I'm just going to start arranging things. Like I said before, I want this really layered look. So I'm making sure that as I go, I keep my blank pieces to the back. I am trying to lay out, because there's some pieces that I can kind of get away with where they go. They're not exact. Oh, sorry. They're not exact matches for any of the colors in that rainbow, so I can kind of get away with moving it around a little bit and just to try to keep that rainbow color. So I am adhering some things as I go, but some things I am kind of waiting. This is pretty much set how I like it at the top, this pink section, so I don't mind going through and starting to adhere things. And then later on I will do some stuff popped up on foam to try to fill in some more and to give it some more dimension. But right now I'm just adding this first layer and just adhering things. And you can just see how I am moving things around and like making sure things are tucked back and just filling in that entire space so that you don't see that seam at all. sorry, hold on. So sorry about that. The dog was outside barking at something, and it's early, so I had to take care of that. So I'm just going to keep working down the whole line, layering as I go. I moved down to this color just because I pulled a bunch. I mean, I don't know what I'm saying. My brain is crazy. I just am working on each color as I get inspired for it. I am obviously with chipboard gluing things down with liquid glue, and then just working as I go. Some things I will add more adhesive to, because when you leave stickers on that wax paper, sometimes they don't stick very well after, and some stickers are really old, so I am adding extra adhesive as needed, and then moving down through the whole thing. I am going to go ahead and fast forward because this is rather boring process, and you'll see kind of where I'm at. So hold on. So here we are. I've got all my base layer down, and then now I'm just filling in with some little bits and pieces. I pulled out some little chipboard stars that you can see right there that I'm adhering over the yellow, and then I'll pull out some little tiny buttons. That little pink piece is one of those geotags, and then I'm going to glue those down. You can also see, not very well, but a couple of those tags in the background, I did add a little bit of baker's twine to, just to I don't like holes in tags whenever, I don't know, it feels blank and naked. So I always try to put twine or something in holes. So I did add baker's twine to a couple of those tags, and then just cut the bits kind of short. And then now I'm going in. I have these teeny tiny little buttons, and they match some of my colors, so I'm pulling those out and just scattering them and trying to make sure that pieces are on either side of, so they're not all on the right side. I want them kind of scattered back and forth down the whole piece. I am adhering those down with my Tombow mono adhesive because it dries fairly sticky, so that there's a little bit of give whenever it's dry and they won't pop off. And then adding some little puffy stickers up in that pink cluster. And really what I'm doing, I'm just filling in little gaps, just adding fun stuff and trying to give it that, I want it to feel the same weight all the way down, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to just fill in pieces that, or fill in places that need a little more, just to, like the yellow is kind of narrower and smaller. It's not as heavy, so I'm trying to fill in things like that. And I have these thickers out this whole time to the left, thinking that I'm going to use one of them for the title, but obviously I do not. So now I'm pulling out these teeny tiny little rainbow thickers, and I love them, but they're hard to use in my opinion, just because things that come in different colors like that, it's hard to use because your colors don't always go with your layout. So just because you have enough letters doesn't mean they're the right colors or stuff like that. So this is really great layout for that. Because of the rainbow, I feel like I can go all out with the rainbow for this long title, because the zoo we went to is called Cheyanne Zoo, which is a nice long word. So I get a good variety of all the colors, and just try to make sure that they are spread out throughout the word. So I have them on wax paper so I can move it around and make sure I have it where I like it before I adhere it. And then I'm just going to adhere those down to the photo. So next I'm going to add my journaling, and there's not really a very good spot, and I don't want to take away from all that embellishing of the rainbow, or overlap any more of my photo that I have to. So I am just taking my journaling pen and writing my journaling around the outside of my photo, which gives it a nice little like border of sorts to frame it in. And then I'm happy with that. And you honestly, looking at it, I kind of forgot that I did that. So you have to look for it to see it. I mean, it's not distracting or anything, so that's nice. So that is all done. And then I pull out my little Nuvo drop matching sheet, and I'm just gonna start filling in the rest with Nuvo drops in coordinating colors. So this again is where I'm going in and filling in a little more where it's not heavy enough, and I'm also going back and forth filling in on either side of the rainbow so that it doesn't feel like it feels balanced on either side all the way down. Like it doesn't have to be the mirror matching on either side, because honestly that bothers me, but just to feel like it is on both sides kind of scattered. And thankfully I've got a pretty good collection of these Nuvo drops at this point. If not, I would have searched through my enamel dots and tried to find ones that coordinate that way. But since I have the Nuvo drops, they're really handy because I can control the size of each color and in the amount of what I have. So that's really nice for this process. And I can't remember, but I feel like I also used Nuvo drops on one layer to hide a mistake, but I can't remember what it would have been or what color it would have been on. I don't know. Anyways, I really, really, really love how this layout turns out. I was excited to do it, but I was also nervous that it wasn't going to work the way I had it in my head, and it turned out even better. So I'm really excited for how it turned out. I hope it's inspiring to you guys to see something fun like this with a giant photo, because sometimes they're hard to scrap, but this is a really great example. And I feel like doing the color all the way down the side, it gives it gives emphasis to the length of the photo or the height of the photo. So you notice how tall that giraffe really is. So it's really fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe if you want to see more. And leave me a comment telling me what your favorite way to scrapbook with large photos, or if you don't like scrapbooking with large photos, let me know down below. And sorry, mind blank. Thank you again. Have a wonderful day and happy scrapping. Bye.